going on, you guys? It's RJ. I'm back with another video on the Integra. This one's gonna be pretty much just all the new parts I got for it, which, you know, got a new little haircut, some new glasses, got a new TV on the floor. That's how you know everything's new, because it's on the floor. And I actually have some funny clips from last night, because these clips are, like I said, from summer, and it's the last day of winter break right now. So a little bit of a jump, but not much has changed because I've been in school. So I figured it's still appropriate to upload these videos because the car is still in the same condition it was when I started school. So enjoy these clips, and kind of like every other video, I'm gonna sit down and talk at the end about what I did and what my plans are. So to start in here, whole new shifter setup. Kind of got into that last couple videos, whatever. New shifter setup. Pulled the console and everything. But as you can see here, I got nothing. I got nothing. So I'm redoing all the suspension, everything. I don't know why I left the sway bar there. I didn't mean to do that, but yeah, sway bar is pulled out. Everything is pulled out. My neighbor's cutting grass again at 9 a.m. What else is new? But under here, you will see I actually took out the charcoal canister. Tried taking out this bolt down here and miserably failed, so I just cut that off. But I'm trying to like free up some space here while I have this all out. Yeah, everything's out. Trans is out. Spindles are out. Rotors, pads, all that pulled out. Control arms pulled out. Coilovers pulled out. Everything is just out of the car right now. So it's all getting redone. I have most of my parts in, but hopefully I can actually start getting them in, because this has been a massacre. I'm not even gonna show it. I have way too many parts in my basement right in there, but way too many, like way more than I wanted with this, but whatever. So, and since this is a new video, probably, the other thing I forgot to mention is already rebuilt the counter shaft. Just need to put another bearing on there, put a lock nut, torque it down, stake it, do all that stuff. And then, what else? Got to do the main shaft. Finally got the assembly that I need. I'll shout out who I got that from later on, because I actually forget his name. But yeah, great guy. Got some parts off from last time I rebuilt this transmission. This time got even more parts off him for a steal. So that's all. But let's get to it. Okay, so here we have the lower control arm, like the full A arm, like assembly. The thing that I didn't realize is this back part of the control arm actually has like a bushing that kind of mounts to the chassis, or I guess to the subframe, whatever. And yeah, it's like a big bushing back here that I honestly didn't even know existed. Because I never really looked into it too much, but it makes sense. So that's called the compliance bushing, and obviously you can see there that one's pretty messed up. So got some True Heart. None of this is sponsored, by the way. I buy all this myself currently. So if I buy something, it's something that I kind of trust. And I already have some True Heart parts on the car. My rear lower control arms are True Heart, but yeah. But it's honestly the little things like this that you don't really think about. Like, I honestly didn't, like I said, I didn't know this was a thing, but if you think about it, the weight shifts back onto the control arm. If you go over a bump, or if you're shifting weight on the car, it's gonna shift, you know, because it's a 3-point kind of thing here, and this is the other point. This one's gonna get kind of more stress when the car is like going side to side. But if you think about going over a bump or going over a dip, your control arm is gonna be going like this. You know, it's just kind of how it is. No matter how rigid the chassis is, your control arm is going to be still having that movement. So something like this, which actually holds it to the subframe, will help a lot. So that's my logic. That's kind of my quick overview of that. But I hope to notice this kind of stuff. Like, I'm kind of making this video partially to just see what the changes are in these kind of parts. Like having these old parts to upgrading to new control arms and everything, and new compliance bushing and stuff like that. See how much of a difference it really does make. All right. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove the main shaft. I'll spray it down with brake cleaner. That should be good enough for now. Alright, so let's pop this off. I don't think I'm gonna, I mean, I'll save this, but I don't think I'm gonna do anything with it. At least unless I can get it unstuck. Yeah, that's the one we need. So basically I have this little assembly here, which is what broke, as you guys probably saw in the last part of the video. Yeah, so this is the hub for up here, the reverse synchro, the little washer kind of thing here, the needle bearing, and the little bearing race. So there is, in this little assembly, quite a bunch of stuff. So these, you cannot find this assembly online. You'd have to buy it like individually, probably wait for like 10 different parts to come from Japan. And yeah, got this for 75 bucks, this whole assembly. So just the new synchro itself is like 40 or 50 bucks. So that is kind of a steal. But yeah, so I'm gonna start pulling this apart and just, yeah. Make sure that stays there. We have this next Synchro Tech hardened slider to put in. I honestly don't know how exactly that goes on. Now this one doesn't look bad, honestly. I don't know if you guys can see that. I mean, it's definitely noticeable that it's used, but it's not very bad. But I'm still obviously gonna put the better one in there. So yeah. Actually, let's just take this all apart and spray this down. Yeah, next up, I'm just gonna put some fluid around here, just because fluid's like gonna have a harder time accessing the inner part of this. Not really, but makes me feel a little better. I'm gonna clean these parts all individually too. Okay, next up is that, followed by Integra. There we go. Okay, put some more fluid down there. And okay, there we go. So now that is all together, we can put the new slider on, maybe? Wait. There we go. writing side is going to be up. I'm going to take a socket. I'm just going to very lightly straighten out. And you can kind of just cool. And then more fluid finally. Okay, the set of shift forks just came in, and these look pretty good. The main thing you want to look for is if they're bent. This one doesn't look bent, and if the ends have like any cuts in them, kind of like around the inner part, like one right there is starting to, just the surface is rubbed off that. This is the one I really need. Also looks like brand new. So I don't know what transmission these came out of, but whatever it is, they are honestly nicer than what I have already. So probably just gonna replace all of them with those. All right, here at the throttle body, got the old gasket material off with a little razor blade and rag and some nail polish remover. Definitely use nail polish remover. It'll take off all that adhesive material, whatever, especially if you use gasket maker like I did for that last one to try to get it to seal. But it looks good now, so I'm gonna get the throttle body in and go from there. Here we got the new throttle body. I already opened it, but yeah, got some stuff there. A couple sensors we need to pull off the old one. But yeah, man, brand new throttle body. Everything's good. Looks very good. That is a perfect surface. So I believe this side goes up. Yeah. So it's gonna be sitting on there like that. Idle adjust screw. It's got a vacuum line. I think that just caps off for what I'm doing. And then IACV delete. TPS sensor in here. I got a new one because I didn't feel like taking the old one off because the hardware is like permanently on there and you need to like make little grooves to get it off, which I didn't feel like doing. So yeah, MAF goes up there, map sensor, mass airflow sensor, whatever the hell it is. But yeah, let's get this on. All right, it never stops. So got a big box of parts here. These are honestly just some parts from Parts Geek. Again, none of this is sponsored, but just shouting it out because why not? This is an upper control arm. Ball joint already included, obviously. So that's nice. Two of those, obviously. Those, it's like 2 bolts. Those will go on pretty easy. Next up, we got these tie rod ends. So we got some sway bar end links, and the thing about these is these actually do not come with this. I got them off Amazon. Yes, I got them off Amazon. I really don't care about sway bar end links, I gotta be honest. If I want some better ones, I'll just upgrade them someday. These are completely unrelated. These are half shaft bolts. And here, if I can pull one out, these are the main thing, man. We got the lower control arm here. I had to buy the full A-arm assembly, because if you buy these from like Skunk 2, True Heart, somewhere they're like $800. And I gotta be honest, man, anything's better than what I had in there. So I'll just throw these on for now, upgrade them someday, but better than what I had. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get those compliance bushings on the end here and probably put these under the car.
30 times. Buddy.
It's a Diddy party. It's a fucking Diddy party, guys.
Ain't no way.
Holy fucking business.
The double spoiler's crazy.
I just don't. Like, I want to change. I want to make these like LED. You know?
wild.
It's crazy work. This is crazy work.
Old bitches love the way.
Crazy work. Try double fisting. Nice to meet you. You said Darlene. I'll remember that.
Got the 14-cent voucher. Lost like 40. Damn,
Yeah,
bro.
that's 43
Damn, bro.
bucks. I'm dying. We're good.
14-cent voucher is all I have.
Wait.
Oh, bro. What even?
Me want food. Me got food.
Alright, so as you guys could see in that last clip, we were at the casino, me and the boys, and it was a pretty good night. It was funded by online casino bonuses, so I didn't actually spend any money, and I was still up by the end of the night, so that was pretty nice. Jake was getting hit on by a 63-year-old. That was pretty wild. She may or may not have said she wants to take him home with her husband right there, so it was a little weird. But other than that, yeah, it was a pretty fun night. That was pretty funny though. I don't want to like put her on blast or anything. It was just so funny because like either way, had a good time, and yeah, now I'm sitting here dreading going back to school tomorrow, hopefully for my last semester ever of my mechanical engineering degree. We'll see. For now, hanging out here, and I guess I'll give a little tour. So another thing before I do that, I actually really want to start doing not like lifestyle content, but like basically like honestly, I like sitting here and talking. This is kind of annoying. Like sitting here and talking to the camera a little bit, but I like, you know, doing the hands-on stuff with the cars and everything. And then honestly, the main goal, I think I've said this before, is to actually record like some motorsport stuff. So a track day or something would be really cool. But now the closest track is not Pit Race, which we went to a couple videos ago for a drift event similar to this one, but that one is actually closed down now for an AI data center. So that's kind of crazy, kind of sad, actually really sad, because me and some of my buddies are actually like building cars that were like, I have a buddy with a Civic. I think he's been in some of my videos before. I raced him, I beat him, but either way, he'd probably win now. But yeah, everyone is building these cars to go to the track or whatever, and I thought it'd be really cool to take it to the track, get like one of my friends to like take some pictures and like take some videos and take some POVs while I'm like in the car driving and everything, because that's what this is really all for. I'm not just doing this just because I love spending thousands of dollars and throwing wrenches at the wall when nothing works right, or rebuilding my transmission 2 times, which I am not going to mention the first time. You guys saw in the last video what happened with that, but I would like to start doing some kind of like just hanging out with my friends, like whether it be with the car or with, you know, all of our cars. But it's kind of hard to do that right now. All of our cars are kind of in a weird like middle ground where we're all working on them, and none of us really have the time or the money to get them to where we want them. Like Jake has a bunch of stuff for his Lexus. He just bought a daily, so that's pretty cool. He's got like a body kit, everything, like full suspension, everything. And we actually want to start making some content maybe on spring break with that. As for mine, I'm not even going to get into like what I'm doing, because that would kind of spoil, I guess, what all I did in this series. But I have a lot to do, but it's not a lot as in what I'm doing right now in these videos. Like this is like real mechanical stuff. This is like deep, like kind of high intensity stuff. I have to do like little body work, stuff like that. Just the really boring stuff. It's honestly nothing even that interesting. So I mean, that's about it, but there's not much content I can make regarding that, which is why like it'd be cool to incorporate maybe some clips of like my friends and I at the gym, or like out at the casino or something stupid, like just hanging out, because that's what we do. You know, we get our stuff done and go hang out, right? Like, I'm not Chris Fix, but I'm not Nelk, right? I'm not like sitting here making these in-depth like tutorial videos, but I got some like working on the car. But I also don't want to be like all just vlog, like doing stupid stuff kind of thing. Like, I want it to be like blended together, right? It's just like my life, just my friends and I, like what we do. But yeah, that's really where I want to go with this. And hopefully, I mean, this video is probably like a half hour now, but I'll get to doing a little tour here in a second. So as I said last video, I would do a little tour. I have this stupid Temu light here, but other than that, I got these little Lego roses, some stuff from my 3D printing class, little Armani cologne, of course. Got Stranger Things poster. Nothing too crazy in here, honestly. Like, the bedroom is kind of, all right, that camera was just completely out of focus, but the bedroom is kind of lame right now. Just put that little calendar up, just move the TV over here. Got to do something with these cables for sure. I don't even have enough outlets there now. Got to do something with that, but got the Mac Miller poster, of course, Def Leppard, weirdest combination of all time. But yeah, I mean, nothing too special in here. But out here is where the real stuff is, right? This is the table that my friends built last night within 10 minutes of getting to my apartment. Like, they've never been here. They didn't even take time to explore. They didn't even take time to like relax a little bit. They pulled the TV right out of the box and made a table with it. I don't know. Modern engineering. But yeah, yesterday we were actually running. We had this TV on the bottom, and then we had the other TV on top. We were running casino, like slots down here. Like I said, we were playing like online bonuses. Like I said, completely free. I don't gamble, but we had the playoff game up here, so it was kind of funny. We were like watching slots on a 70-inch TV and then watching football on like a 40-inch TV. But either way, got these Porsche posters here. And these are actually pretty cool. My girlfriend got me these. These are a set. And as you can see here, number, maybe you can see it, maybe not. Number 876 out of 911. They made 911 of these sets, obviously because it's a 911, but yeah, pretty damn cool. And then over here, another couple things my girlfriend got me. I think that's a bird of paradise, and I don't know what that is, but it's pretty cool. I like it. Kind of livened the place up a little bit because it was looking a little bleak, but I got a TV stand for this, so now it's just comically on the ground for the next like 3 days until Amazon decides to bring it. In here, not too much. We got a kitchen, got a lot of fresh produce because I'm very healthy, as you can see, but y'all see it. Anyway, that's about it, honestly. Little couch I got for like $400, cleaned it up, and yeah, now it's all mine. So yeah, I thought it'd be cool to just run through a little tour and kind of what I want to do with this. And I mean, these videos at this point aren't even really revolving around the car. I mean, they are, but like I said, someday, like the car is going to be like the main focus, and or at least the main like center of the content, or at least in all of the content. But for now, right, told y'all I'm 45 minutes away from the car, and I have no intentions of bringing it to the city. So that's it. I think in the next one, I don't know what I do in the next one, actually. Not quite sure. But there's a lot. And I actually have more footage than I thought I did. So edited some of it and maybe making these videos. So there's a few more to do for sure. But honestly, like, this part of the process is where things start getting good. Because like the first video was just me tearing it down, kind of ugly. But I have wheels, I have a bunch of stuff to throw on it. So just stay tuned for that. and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna try to be on my videos a little more, hopefully, but I say that as the semester starts tomorrow, and it's probably gonna be my roughest one yet, maybe, because I have to graduate at the end of it, but we'll see. Till then, I'll see you guys.